everyone, welcome to The Spot. This is an interactive platform where we review all of the hottest shows on TV. And today we're discussing Power, Season 3, Episode 3. But before we get started, I'm going to take a moment to introduce everyone. My name is Tiara.
And I'm Ron.
I'm Tiffany.
And we do also have our Atlanta correspondent, LaWanda, who will be popping in with us eventually. And you know, we got to see how this episode, Power, took it to D.C. So speaking of D.C., we have a local artist from the DMV, Bucky Malone.
Yo, what's going on? Bucky Malone checking in. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Bucky Malone 703. Download my new mixtape, Orange Line Shawty, exclusively on Live Mixtape Spinrella. Also, make sure you check out my new video, Wishlist.
So speaking of your Wishlist video, let's talk about that project a little bit.
Oh, yeah, well, I took a different approach with this one. You know, most music videos is like the whole ballerific, flamboyant with stunting type vibe. With this video, I wanted to take a different direction. It's animated, you know, so I just wanted to show like my artsy side, you could say.
It's very dope, and I saw that it had some surprise cameos in there as well.
Yeah, I had the Prince tribute in it. I wanted to make sure I threw Prince in there. You know, he just passed legend, so I wanted to pay homage. Also, I got Tupac in there just because, you know, around the time where I was getting a video made, it was like creeping up on his birthday, or his birthday may have just passed, so, you know, it was kind of relevant, so I wanted to put him in there too.
All right, paying homage to the legends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Excellent job. I checked it out myself, and I was pretty well surprised. You got a lot of stuff in there that your fans are going to really enjoy.
Thank you,
I know I
appreciate it.
all right, so let's take a moment, and we're going to give you a little snippet and get a little taste of what Bucky Malone's been working on.
Yeah, ballin' like I'm Scottie Pippen. Lot of niggas on my shit list. Probably on them niggas hit list. Cause I'm fucking all they bitches. Man, I'm sick of basic bitches. Think I need me a young rich bitch. A bitch I can go and take trips with. Fuck, it might make me a wish list. Kiki Palmer on my wish list. Zoe Kravitz on my.
All right, thank you so much, Darren, and we're happy to have you here with us today. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our recap. So like I said, we went ahead and we seen how Power introduced DC. We seen that major robbery scene going on to get us started. And so how do you guys feel about this? The new characters that were introduced, it was pretty intense.
Yeah, this Jukebox character, she is the female Kanan. Now I see, where he gets his roof.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how in depth the new character goes into this new season, because it came out of nowhere. I didn't think they was going to extend that far out. I thought it was going to stay in, you know, New York or Miami, so it's interesting to see that they brought it to D.C.
But where did they come up with this name, Jukebox?
That's a good question. I don't know, but she's
She's
definitely
a little jukebox.
Maybe
She's
she's
got a lot
so
planned.
smooth.
Oh,
She's got
yeah.
a lot planned. One thing I liked, I mean, she's a no take no prisoners kind of person. So she and Kanan, so they're cousins, and so that thing is running deep in that family, because she takes no prisoners. Kanan doesn't do that either. The scene with she and her little girlfriend there, you know, that was a little risque for me for Power.
I think so.
But it was good. It was
I
all
think
good.
they're keeping up with the times, and we live in very different times here in 2016. So introducing a homosexual character it's part of a reality. This is what we live in, and I know a lot of people might think it's risque, but this is what we live in, and I think that it's really on the behalf of the show and the directors. I think they're trying to keep everything realistic and current.
But with all the police shootings of black men, I thought that was real deep. That first scene, she comes in, and you think, you know, she's a DC police officer. She's ready to, you know, protect and serve, and she winds up putting the bullet in.
And two of them, and the clerk and the other robber. So, yeah, that was pretty intense. And I think, like I said, Courtney and the writers of Power, they're really keeping up with the times and the hot topics that are going on in the world right now. And so, I mean, also, you know, you see how crooked cops, that's a reality as well.
I thought it was interesting how well played it was by Anika Noni Rose,
She was
because
awesome.
we've seen her in so many different roles. I've seen her on
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls, seen her on Broadway, and I've never seen her play a role like this. So
it's
that
something
was
new.
it was something new. I was
Yes.
like, wow, she's flexing her acting muscles here.
Oh yeah. And so we also got to see Kanan make his big return,
Right.
and how he was really trying to recover. He's trying to get back on his feet and get Ghost. He's ready for his revenge.
Yeah, and you see that he was still trying to flex, because when that young guy tried to test him, he raised his cane. He was about to clock that dude
Oh,
with that
yes.
cane. You know, so
I think the whole, Kanan coming back into the picture, I think this whole situation is interesting because it's kind of from a different light, because I feel like in the second season he was more, he always was the aggressor of each situation. He's very confrontational, but with this, it's like he got to rebuild from the ground up with him being injured and everything. So it's an interesting perspective, like, of how we're seeing him right now. Like, he's at his weakest form. I feel like he didn't expect Ghost to, outsmart him.
Yeah, we seen how
and
she kind of
Jukebox
played him
took,
for it.
Yeah,
she played
took,
him.
Yeah, she took that kind of hard to think that that Kanan would allow
a
Ghost,
book smart.
a book
Yeah.
smart,
Yes.
book smart Negro
to beat him.
outsmart him, to beat him like that.
Outstreet him.
You think that the two of them might do something together?
Oh, absolutely,
Oh, yes.
absolutely. Because
That's how I was
she,
looking.
and she's cold blooded too. Because when Kanan told her that he was the one that pulled the trigger on Sean, she was like, "Hey, he was a pawn. He was disloyal. He chose Ghost over you."
I like
Yeah.
what she said. I mean, I
Yes.
like what Kanan said. He said, "I did what you did.
Mhm.
You shot
Exactly.
that little boy in the store
So,
because
Right.
same thing. He was not."
Well, he said that she chose the other boy that Kanan had the conflict with over him. Like when he was getting ready to clock the boy with the cane, she put the kibosh on that.
Right.
And so that's what she's saying. Like, just what you did. You chose him over me and stuff. And one of the things that I think is interesting about Jukebox, with her being a cop, did you hear her when she said that I have access to everything? And
Yeah.
automatically my mind started working because I was like, Lobos is in a John Doe program.
That's gonna be upper hand.
She has access to everything. So I'm like, would she get that information about Lobos? Would she share that information with Kanan?
Or would she join Lobos? I mean,
That's
they
it.
do have,
Yeah,
they have a,
right. And Lobos and Kanan both want Ghost dead.
exactly.
So that's a common
Exactly.
And at
interest
this
there.
point,
Common
yes.
interest.
So we're going to see how that develops, and we know that Kanan, like I said, he's out for his revenge, and so having his little partner in crime, Jukebox, there with him is going to make for a really interesting season. So what do you guys think about how Tariq, like we were talking about guns and gun violence and things like that, so we seen how Tariq, he got himself caught up in a little situation with bringing the gun to school.
What is up with Tariq? Tell me.
That poor kid.
Well, we know Tariq is acting out because his parents broke up and everything like that. And I see a lot of this on Twitter talking about Tariq. It was a huge disagreement because some people were like, well, Tariq had no business going in Angie's room, snooping and so forth. And that's true. But
Yeah,
I
that's
took
absolutely
issue
true.
with Ghost, how Ghost handled that situation.
Okay, I took issue with Tariq telling his dad when his
Oh.
mom asked him for the phone, and he said no. Boy,
Yeah, he's
I
very
took
disrespectful.
issue with that too.
Boy.
And I
What?
yeah, I think Ghost should have snatched him up.
I think
but,
he should have smacked him across the table.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he
I
should
think
have.
he should have. But I
He feel
took
guilty.
but
for
I
being
took issue
absent.
with
Yeah,
Ghost.
that's what it is.
That's exactly what
He
it
does
is.
feel
But
guilty.
he needed to get snatched at that point.
He did
He
need to
did.
get snatched. But I took issue with Ghost because I mean, I just got to say that Ghost cojones are humongous. He has
What
so
you mean? What,
Ghost
what-
has so much nerve.
That's not nerve.
He
That's
has a
not-
lot of nerve. He came up into the school, and when he saw Tasha, the first thing he said was, "Oh, well, you know that you have a gun." I mean, he accused Tasha of
Yeah,
having a gun.
He did assume, but come on.
But that's why you
But-
find out.
But you can't. It was in the heat of the moment. They
No,
didn't. Nobody
but
knew.
he find out the facts first. He
What
he
facts?
accused
how,
her,
How are you going to find out? Nobody knew. And honestly,
and he accused her, and
But-
he's the biggest drug dealer in New York.
Okay,
He accused her. He didn't terminate it the entire New York network except Ruiz.
Okay,
You know,
Tiff.
so
It's a
so
heat of a moment
so he's
situation.
blaming her.
Tiffany, he didn't blame
how
her.
his son
what
got
he
a gun.
did was, look, it is. I think it's a commonality to assume that she had a gun in the house because Tariq
He
was in
should-
the house.
When
So-
you assume you make a what out of what?
Yeah. Okay.
When you assume,
it's that ass
that's
thing,
why
but
you
I-
find out the whole story first. And he
Yeah.
came in there, and first of all, he's wrong as two left shoes because he had been cheating and stuff. He,
Okay,
you
but
know,
cheating-
he
cheating
cheating.
had nothing to do-
First of all, no, wait a minute.
Cheating had nothing to do-
He didn't moved on to
Cheating had
Angie.
nothing to do-
He had his kids
I'm
over
sorry,
there.
Tiffany.
He wrote.
I
he
gotta
wrote-
ride with you, Tiff, because
He
you
rolled
seen
out.
how his face fell on the floor when she
His-
said that gun
Pick up
belonged
your
to
face,
an
Ghost.
AUSA.
His face was
On the
it was
floor.
priceless.
Oh, no.
I was like, pick up your face, Ghost. Pick up your face.
Can I
When
chime
he
in
fa-
on this?
Yeah,
Yes.
please,
Chime in?
please.
Yes.
I need another brother perspective.
I mean, he kind of was wrong for jumping out there, but in the same sense, he had that right to make an assumption because
Exactly.
Tasha is strapped and he knows that because that's his wife.
And
Like,
so
he
is
knows
he.
his wife.
Since he
And
shot
so
up,
is he.
shot up
But
the New
that's
York
not,
network.
that's not
though.
the issue. The issue is where did Tariq get the gun?
And
Nobody.
he got the gun
Not
from
from
his boo.
Angela.
He got
Nobody-
his gun.
nobody
He
could
got
have-
the gun from his
nobody
boo.
could have
From his
expected
boo.
that
His
he
boo
would
left
have
the
that
gun.
that he could get that gun from Angie. Nobody. Did you see that?
Well,
No.
what did the
No,
facts say?
okay.
What did the facts say?
Okay.
It turned out that she
Okay.
left the gun unsecured.
Yeah, understand.
And yeah,
But
and
you
not
can't
only that,
justify
the
the fact
kids,
Tariq
the
stole
kids,
the
he
gun.
left the kids in the house on the first visit with them. He wasn't even in the house. He
Okay,
left
we're
the
not
kids.
going to agree
Yeah.
with this. Let's
The-
move
Yeah, I
on.
see that. This is
problem
we
is, though-
split
Yeah,
here.
we
Yeah.
split.
The real problem is Tariq is acting out. He's doing things he's not supposed to be doing.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
has no business
Yeah.
going through anybody's stuff. It's
Right,
not
I do
his.
agree with that. He
And
shouldn't have gone.
He know better, especially a private school in what is Upper East Side. A private, come on now, like man,
He didn't need
you
that
gonna
gun.
bring
I
a
mean,
gun in school.
this whole
No,
issue-
He knew better
he's
than that.
acting out. He's acting out.
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel like he just
so
want
what
the
should
attention
that?
right now.
Okay, so what should that say to Ghost? And then we got to move on. I'm sure.
Well, Ghost, he really needs to accept responsibility.
Exactly.
And
He
he
need to
needs
tighten
to
up.
understand
Exactly.
that
But
he
accepting
doesn't need to point
responsibility,
the
what is-
fingers at whose fault it is for bringing the gun. The
Okay,
point
but-
is he
but-
had the gun and he needs
Okay,
to
but
help
it-
mold his son
Okay,
into a young man.
so we're gonna get over that little sticky spot between me and Tiffany because Tiffany thinks that Ghost is to blame because he's cheating. That's all you looking at. You
That's
just
not
looking at
that's
the
not
cheat
all that I'm
factor.
looking at. I just thought he was wrong the way he came in there and flexed on Tasha. He flexed and was like, "Well, we know that you have a gun."
Okay.
I mean, that was really arrogant.
But he could have.
And he was loud and
He could-
wrong.
he could've
and it
really-
was his boo.
Okay.
It was his boo.
But maybe he
Gun.
Just
Ron, I don't know if you're gonna win
But he
here.
was wrong. He didn't even have all the
All right.
facts.
Okay.
All right,
next-
That's
well-
where he was wrong.
Now that we've seen how the kids have taken a big toll on them, so how about how it's affecting the relationship with Ghost and Angie?
Oh, it's on
because
Oh, it's trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise.
oh yes,
They're facing
absolutely,
real problems now. The honeymoon phase is over.
it's
Right.
over.
It was all cute when they were meeting up in hotels and sneaking around.
That's why
But
I
now
said
look.
Ghost should have kept it like that.
Listen to you. And that's what Tasha said last week. What she said? She said, you wanted them, you got them. You got everything that comes with them.
Yep.
And I think Angela was in for a very rude awakening.
So speaking of Ghost, we have our ATL correspondent, LaWanda Thomas. She's down in Atlanta, I believe Decatur, which is where Amari's from. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so LaWanda, what do you have for us down in the ATL?
Hey guys, this is LaWanda with The Spot in Atlanta. This time we're on location in Decatur, and this is my new friend. Tell us your name.
I'm Alexis.
Okay, this is Alexis. Okay, Alexis, what do you do?
I'm a college student.
Okay, you're a college student, so that means you have some time to watch Power. Are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm a new fan. I like it.
Okay, you're a new fan. Okay, so have you seen this week's episode 3? I got it on lock. And tell me what you think so far.
Okay, I've seen it, and right now it's got me reeling because, like, I really feel like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Did Anika Noni Rose's character surprise you?
Yes, I didn't know it was her.
Yeah, it's a huge departure from what we typically see of her. So answer this: who do you think is the biggest villain, Jukebox or Kanan? Jukebox, yeah, she's hardcore,
I
huh?
don't trust her.
Yeah, I think it's you can tell about a person when they tell you I killed my son.
Her clips were really cute.
Yes, they were. I
Her-
liked her clips. a lot.
I really liked her clips.
What we got next?
So what about how Greg is still creeping around on the both of them, and he's still taking notes?
Greg got to go.
You said it last time.
Yeah,
Super
I
narc.
think Greg is
He's
going
a
to go.
super narc.
Greg is going to go.
He's got to go.
I was looking at his Twitter chat today, the actor plays Greg, and he said somebody called him loony on Twitter, and he was like, "It's not loony. It's about justice and getting redemption."
No, this ain't justice because
That's
he's
what
doing
it's
anything
about.
and everything.
Well, that's what he said.
Yes.
He said it at all costs. He's trying to go after them, and somebody asked him, "Who would you rather get if you could get one of the two?" He said he wants them both. So he is like, you know,
And everybody
really-
on this show is really strong-willed, and everybody thinks that they can have things their way.
Exactly.
And it's really kind of like self-absorbed. Like I want things my way. I'm going to get my way. And so Greg is another character we see that's just like that. And I think it's going to land him in some real trouble. I don't think he's going to make it this season.
I don't either. And you echo what Courtney Kemp Agbaugh said when you watched the On Demand and her recap at the end. She said like all the characters on the show are arrogant.
Yes.
So that's so Greg is flexing, and somebody asked Greg in the Twitter chat like, "Is Greg intimidated by ghosts?" He was like, "No," and I'm like, "You should be scared
He
of ghosts."
should.
Jealous
But
of
you
ghosts.
seen how
They
he
asked him
Yes.
that too. He said it was more than jealousy.
Oh.
He said it was more than
Oh,
jealousy.
you know what that means? It's jealousy plus.
Right, right.
More than
Looking at
jealousy
him
is
like
jealousy
this
plus.
Black dude got more money than me.
And he's-
Took my girl.
He got my
yeah.
little Latina girl.
Possibly is the #1 distributor in New York. Well,
Yeah.
you don't know that situation.
Yeah.
And Greg, you know what?
He's-
Greg could be in that too. He ain't look. He
Yeah,
ain't
they
but one
say
step
about it,
away.
but yeah,
He's
you know,
one
yeah,
step
he's heading
away.
in that direction.
One
He
step
is.
away.
Yeah, because he's tripping.
The other thing with Greg is that Angela doesn't really have anything on him because he doesn't work for the department. So who can she report him to? And she knows that if, like Greg said, if you tell Ghost, what is he going to do?
Right.
We
He
already know.
he was
He
challenging
put
her
in
with
a hard
that.
spot.
But she's got to tell Ghost. She's in a real.
She's
she's
scared to
scared.
tell
But
Ghost.
she's in a predicament because you don't tell Ghost. Greg goes on with his plans, which involve getting Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
But she's afraid that if she tells Ghost,
She's gonna have
Ghost
to
will
get-
kill
She's
him.
got-
And I believe he would
she's
too.
got to get over that fear.
I believe he
She-
would.
Ghost is
We all
always
agree.
3
We all
moves
agree.
ahead of
Greg's got to
everybody.
go, and no better person to get Greg out this whole thing is Ghost.
Well, I told you how it's going to go down. I told you last week that I think that he's going to get so close that he's going to find out about Mike. I think Mike is going to do him, and Angie's going to think that Ghost did it. I think somebody else is going to
I
kill
think
Greg.
it's leading up to that.
I
really
think,
do.
yeah, because I think that's what's going to happen. Greg is going to get himself off. And maybe even Sax, because Sax seemed like he was putting it together, too, when he went to go interview that inmate last episode, and he turned up dead.
I don't think Sax is that caught on yet. I think he's getting the idea. that
He's getting
something's
out there.
not
No,
right,
he's not as
but
far ahead as Greg.
Greg is on
Greg
it.
is on it.
He's
Greg
already
is
on
on
it.
it.
But there's the possibility that Greg could bring Sax in on it if it means for Sax that he could, get the right guy.
Right, and Sax hates Angela.
Exactly.
He hates Angela, so he definitely would like to see Angela put away.
Which is exactly why I said Angie has to bring
She needs
Ghost
to.
into this, whether she's afraid of what might happen or not. Here, look, the only person that really understands what's going on between Angie and Ghost is Greg.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we also got to see this episode how Tasha and Tommy and Holly, they've gone ahead with their new partnership in the hair business to try to clean the money.
I want to see how this goes because everybody got their own agenda. Tommy is contemplating killing Ghost, and you got Holly trying to take Tasha out. It's a real messy situation. And I mean, Tommy's an emotional dude. He makes decisions based off emotion. So I want to see what direction he heads in. Whether he's gonna do the right thing and stay loyal to Tasha and Ghost, or is he gonna be that love struck that he lets Holly guide him into doing something
But
else?
what's up with that driving Miss Daisy?
Oh man, I had an issue with that too. I
This
was
is
like,
my
wow.
nanny.
This is my nanny, and that's what I
And it
said.
worked.
Shout out to the Power writers and Courtney Kemp Agbaugh for writing that in, because that was a real moment
Yes,
with
it was.
police. Because you see how that cop just
Yeah, he
immediately
he
took,
was done.
Yeah,
He was done.
hook,
Y'all
line, and
just-
sinker.
yeah,
It-
hook, line, and
yeah,
sinker.
it was
You could tell Tasha felt the same way because she kind of gave her the side eye.
like, yeah.
And then she went ahead and put on her little accent.
Exactly. As soon as she said, "Oh, that's my nanny," he was like, "Oh, that's believable." He's like, "Oh, okay,
Right,
carry
y'all-
on."
right,
If
y'all-
Tasha would have just kept talking to him as if You know,
They would have checked the car.
They would have checked her. She might have got out the car. She might have had a breathalyzer and everything else. You know, so I was just like, okay, thank you, Power TV writers, for interjecting that reality. Our reality.
Yes.
Our reality.
Every day.
So do you guys think that this way that they're going about cleaning the money with Tasha kind of teaching Holly the business? Because it was surprised that they actually started to get along for a second, and I was like, hold up.
They are, but Tasha's smart.
She's still smart.
I think Tasha's keeping her enemies closer. I think she's like reeling her in.
She's using her girlfriend's
Keisha.
Yeah.
She's using Keisha's spot to help clean that money.
Clean
So
it up.
I think right now she's probably a little apprehensive because she knows she needs Keisha.
Yeah, I think she doesn't want Keisha to get in trouble.
She
That's her best friend, so she doesn't want Keisha to take the fall if anything goes down. But at the same time, Tasha's setting herself up as a boss. She's setting herself up as a boss.
I love Tasha.
Yes,
Tasha,
indeed.
I mean, look, she can run my business.
I personally think they giving Holly another opportunity to mess something up. I feel like she clearly isn't the brightest, and she don't need to be involved in anything involved with anything.
Well, we seen how Keisha is not here for that partnership.
No,
she checked
she shouldn't be.
Tasha so quick and said, "This the chick that stole your earrings."
and that's a friend for you. That she's just like.
Holly
The shade was
busy.
immediate.
She was not here.
She was like,
You know
"Nah, I'm
what,
not
though?
here for her." She
But
was
you
like,
know what?
"Ain't that the bee that stole your
But you know
earrings?"
what? That puts a check on Holly too.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does.
Slow your roll because you do something to Tasha.
I got her back. I'm
That's
watching
right.
you.
That's right. That's
She's on
right.
it. She's on
She
it.
said, "I would kick her flat A if she's
doubt.
still in it down here." Yeah,
No
she
doubt.
Yeah, she better tread carefully around Keisha. huh?
exactly.
No doubt.
Keisha was like, "What's up?"
So how about the new revelation that we've seen on the show that Holly could possibly, be pregnant? We've seen her with the pregnancy test, and it hasn't actually been confirmed, but we've seen her kind of, looking distraught. So I think that she could be pregnant. And how is Tommy going to take that?
That is the last thing they need. Both of them are two cokeheads.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tommy is unstable.
Yeah, that-
Their lives are in
It's gonna be
danger.
more
That is the last thing they
That baby be
need.
snorting coke.
Not even that. I just think that's going to cloud his vision up even more.
I agree.
It's going to make Holly a number one priority now.
Right.
Which she doesn't need to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
I agree with
She
that.
doesn't need to
That's
be.
me thinking out loud.
And
That's
she's
what
just
she
real
needs to be
shady.
doing.
Like, going back to Holly. Like, remember when she was trying to milk Tasha for that information?
Yes.
She was like, "Oh, so he's living with Angela now." So getting that information so she can push Tommy into trying to kill Ghost.
I didn't appreciate that.
I didn't appreciate that either. I was like, Holly is
Holly is for
scoundrel.
self.
She's something else.
But
At
she
the end of the day,
knows.
she's for self.
But she also knows that as long as Ghost is around, Tommy will never take that rightful position that she wants him to have. And
right.
she understands that. So don't play her cheap. I mean, she's
Right.
Well, understand this too. That Ghost also threatened her. Remember, he told her
Oh, yeah,
last
she-
season, "I don't want to see your face again."
Yeah.
And then she came back anyway. So he's supposed to be going straight, but he can't stand her. So I don't know if he's.
But she was smart though. I mean,
Yes.
smart in some ways. We like to, I like to think that she's playing that dumb blonde role right now, but she's got something going. And
Oh
I think
yeah.
that,
Oh, she's slick.
yeah, she's real slick. She's real
Oh,
slick.
I told you she was devious. I told you last
Yeah.
week I didn't think that she was
And
the
she's-
brightest, but she is devious.
She's also very afraid of Lobos taking her out next.
yeah.
Because now
They
that
killed Bella.
and especially now that she's pregnant and she's like, what's gonna happen, Tommy? You gotta
And
you gotta
Tommy's
take
playing.
those out.
Tommy's playing video games. Oh, I don't want to talk about this tonight.
That's because he's trying to avoid. He
He's trying
doesn't
to
want to
relate.
kill.
He doesn't want to
Ghost.
kill
He
Ghost.
doesn't.
That is his brother.
No,
You know.
look, we know that's not going to
Tommy's a
happen.
cold-blooded killer. If he wanted to kill Ghost, he could have done it by now.
Right.
That's
He
how-
doesn't
And this
want
is
to
how
kill
we
him.
know he
And-
doesn't
how
want
we
to.
know he doesn't
and
want
Ghost,
to-
Ghost said
Never
it.
hesitated to
Ghost
kill
said it
anybody.
himself. Ghost said, Ghost said it in a roundabout way. I wouldn't be here. If that's
Yeah.
what you had
You
intended
lured
on.
me to the
Exactly.
party.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
speaking
Yeah.
of that scene, so we seen how Ghost used Tariq's phone to get Tommy out, and so that conversation between them was, I thought that was going to be the scene where they made amends, but Tommy, he still was not here for
Well,
it.
you know why they didn't make amends? Ghost messed up. When Ghost said, what happens with Lobos when you mess up. And so that reminded right. So that reminded Tommy, like, to Ghost, I'm always a screw up. Like, you're undermining.
He could have put that a different way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had he not said that, because it seemed like when he said let's work together and stuff, it seemed like Tommy was almost softening. And then when Ghost went there about when you make a mistake, what happens when you make a mistake? Then Tommy was like, oh, you the same old Ghost.
He didn't have tactfulness in that situation.
No, he didn't.
And he kind of lost it and jumped the gun. And he forgets that Tommy is sensitive.
Yeah,
and so he's listening, and he got
got
trigger words.
See, he should have used. That's when he could have used his Jamie skills. The Jamie skills that he applied when he interrupted that dinner with those two entrepreneurs. Right. That was real smooth. And like, he brought the dinner and stuff, sat down, and with that hotelier or whatever. Speaking of her, I think she want more than Ghost business, too.
She wants all this business.
Yeah, she does. I think so. I think
quite
so.
Evident,
Yeah, I think so.
And Ghost gonna give it to her.
I think so too.
I hope he didn't work so hard to get these businesses back.
But I think
you gotta get over that thing with Ghost now.
What? I think he'll do anything. So I don't put anything past him. I think he would. I think he would take it to the next level if he thinks that.
You saw
I don't want him to, but I think he would.
He was all up in her face when she came by. He was.
What you see is what you get. I was like,
she saw a lot.
Dirty dog.
See,
you dirty dog.
You can't get over what Ghost did.
It's not personal. That sweater he had on was fly. I tell you that though.
I want that sweater.
That sweater was hot.
It may not look like that.
That's what I said. Ghost is right. Yeah. Shout out Power Costumes. Absolutely. You guys tweeted me back. Thank you.
Hit me up with that sweater.
Right? Get some wardrobe.
That sweater was hot.
I think this has been a very good discussion, and it's going to get hotter from here. So we want to thank Bucky Malone for joining us today. It's definitely a pleasure having you. We appreciated the young male perspective.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I had fun. I love the show. So I wanted to, give my insight on it.
All right. Well, perfect. And maybe we can have you again sometime soon.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Keep working. Check out his wish list video and his new mixtape, Orange Line Shawty.
Check out my website, BuckyMalone.com. Follow me on SoundCloud. Just search Bucky Malone. Yeah, and look forward to seeing more moves from me, more music, videos, shows, everything.
All right, and speaking of social media, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Spot Real Talk. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.